How do we protect our kids online? It is one of the few things most Americans, even members of Congress, can agree on, that we need to find ways to make the internet and social media safer, because the reality is lives depend on it. Todd Minor lost his son Matthew to a social media challenge in 2019 and has now made it his mission to prevent this nightmare from happening to another family. Todd wrote an op-ed for our partners at thehill.com titled "My Father's Day Request: A Safer Internet in Honor of My Lost Son." He is now pushing for Congress to pass the Kids Online Safety Act. Among other things, it would place the responsibility on social media platforms to prevent harmful behaviors like eating disorders or drug abuse. It would force companies to turn on the strongest safety measures by default. And it would also allow parents more control over their child's online activity at home. Todd Minor is with us now. He is Matthew's dad and the co-founder of the Matthew E. Minor Awareness Foundation. Thank you for being with us. Thank you for your mission, and I am sorry that it came out of the nightmare that you continue to live. I'd like to begin, Todd, with your son Matthew and what you want to share about him and who he was.
Yes, Matthew was a wonderful child. He had $1 million smile, and it lit up the room. And we still feel his loss every day, especially coming through Father's Day. It's been a real big hit. But in 2019, we lost our son Matthew to an online challenge, the Blackout Challenge, and our family still. I mean, we grieve every day.
As you look back, Todd, I think oftentimes we want to look at, did we miss something? Were there warning signs? Did you have any idea before Matthew did this game what the game was, and any concerns that you had about his online activity?
No, I didn't even know that the Blackout Challenge was a thing. I think I kind of remember people knocking them, kind of knocking each other out when we were playing football, and things kind of in person, but nothing online, and nothing to where they're being bombarded with this information. And even as I think about it, Matthew only had 1 hour of internet, so the social media algorithms have to be really strong to affect the child within that short period of time.
So what have you learned, Todd, about what led up to Matthew's death and what he was doing online? And was there bullying involved? Where was the influence coming from and the draw to this deadly game?
We found out through Matthew's tribute that the other kids were participating in this challenge, so we knew it was widespread. So I think it was just something going through his age group at school, at least. And we initially found out when we talked to the detective after he looked at Matthew's devices, he saw that the applications were accessed or opened, but he couldn't see what Matthew had actually, looked at within like TikTok or YouTube. But he said he was the one that initially told us about the Blackout Challenge or the choking challenge. And so then that, coupled with the at Matthew's tribute, talking to Matthew's classmates and his friends, his age group, we found out that this was a bigger issue that we needed to do something about.
Yeah. So you have spent the last few years spreading the message. I know you've reached thousands and thousands of people, and I hope you reach thousands more getting that warning out there. What do you make, Todd, of this new effort by the Surgeon General? They want to put a warning label on social media, on internet use, to keep our kids safe. Is that enough? And what's your message to parents right now of kids Matthew's age, 12, younger, or even teens?
I applaud the Surgeon General from one father to another. I think this is definitely a strong message. And when anything that we have in America has a warning label on it, people look at that. So I think that is something that's good. And then you can decide, all parents can decide whether that's for their child or not, or maybe they need to wait until their child is just a little older to allow them to have access to those applications or social media apps.
Yeah, You've had to live the lesson and the nightmare, but you're making it a positive thing to prevent it from happening to any other family. Todd, thank you for all that you're doing. I'm so sorry. Matthew was a beautiful boy. I see his picture behind you. The Matthew E. Minor Awareness Foundation. I was on your site earlier. You have a lot of great information and links, so I encourage people to go there to find out more how we can partner with you to keep our kids safe. Thank you again, and my best to your family.
Thank you so much. And if we can keep this from happening to another family, then that is our best gift that we could give the world.
Absolutely. You're welcome back anytime. We'll keep talking about it, Todd. Thank you.